What if you spend your whole life saving for a future that never feels the way you thought it would? Once I reach $1 million, I'll finally be happy. Or maybe, once I retire, life will begin. We've all told ourselves a version of that story. It's a comforting thought, like believing that somewhere far ahead is a giant finish line. You cross it. Confetti falls from the sky. The ukulele starts playing. A coconut magically appears in your hand. And suddenly, all your problems disappear. Many people reach retirement and discover they didn't arrive at paradise. They simply arrived at Tuesday with no alarm clock and no idea what to do next. That's what I call the retirement mirage. The closer you get to it, the more perfect it looks. Then you arrive and realize it was never what you thought it was. I'm Tito Andrew, and before this turns into a coconut sponsorship retirement fantasy, let's get real. Most people think retirement is a destination. It's not. It's a transition. Retirement is not a reward that automatically creates happiness. It's simply a change in how you spend your time. Money can buy freedom, but it cannot automatically give you purpose. And purpose is what many people forget to save for. Many people become obsessed with a number: 500,000, 1 million, 2 million. They treat it like a cheat code, as if crossing that number suddenly unlocks happiness. But imagine two people. Tyler reaches $1 million. Anna reaches 800,000. Tyler hates his daily life. Anna loves hers. Who is actually richer? Because wealth isn't just money. It's how much you enjoy your days. A person who loves Monday is often richer than a person waiting for retirement to start living. Imagine eating your favorite ice cream. 1 scoop? Amazing. 2 scoops? Still good. But 10 scoops every day for 30 years? Suddenly not so exciting. Many people imagine retirement as an endless vacation. But vacations feel special because they are temporary. We need goals. We need projects. We need people. We need things to build. A beach is wonderful. But after months, even the beach starts looking like an office. Just with more sand. One of the biggest mistakes is assuming life will remain predictable. You estimate retirement based on today's lifestyle, then 25 years pass. A lot can change. Health changes. Family changes. The economy changes. Your interests change. Maybe at 35, you wanted gadgets. At 60, you want travel. At 70, you care more about healthcare. The future doesn't arrive in a straight line. It arrives in surprises. That's why retirement isn't a one-time calculation. It's an ongoing adjustment. Some people think retirement is like parking a car. You save enough. Turn off the engine. Done. But retirement is more like sailing a boat. Even after you leave the harbor, you still need to steer. Inflation continues. Taxes continue. Markets continue. And if inflation averages 3% per year, something that costs $10,000 today could cost over $18,000 in 20 years. The game doesn't stop. Many people assume expenses go down after retirement. Sometimes the opposite happens. When you're working, you don't have much free time. When you're retired, you suddenly have lots of free time. And free time often has hobbies attached to it. Travel, golf, fishing, community groups, classes, coffee with friends. Imagine someone earning $60,000 per year. They assume they'll only need 70% of that. But then they retire. They start traveling, taking courses, visiting family, joining clubs, and suddenly they're spending $55,000 instead. Retirement isn't always cheaper. Sometimes it's simply spending money on different things. So why do we fall for the retirement mirage? Because uncertainty is uncomfortable. A specific number feels safe. Just get to $1 million. Just get to retirement. Just get to freedom. Our brains love clear targets. They're easier than asking a harder question. What kind of life do I actually want? Many people aren't afraid of running out of money. They're afraid of running out of identity. For 40 years, someone introduces themselves as, I'm a manager. I'm a nurse. I'm an engineer. Then one day that title disappears, and suddenly they wonder, who am I now? And that question is far heavier than any financial calculation. Let's look at two friends, Mark and Ben. Mark saves aggressively. He skips vacations, avoids hobbies, works constantly. His goal is retiring in 20 years. Ben also invests, but he still travels occasionally, spends time with family, builds hobbies, learns new skills. Both invest $500 per month at 7%. After many years, both build substantial wealth. Remember, at 7%, $100 becomes about 107 after 1 year. That's compounding beginning to work. But here's the difference. Mark is building a retirement. Ben is building a life. When retirement arrives, Mark has money but no direction. Ben has money, hobbies, friendships, and purpose. Both became financially independent. Only one practiced being happy before retirement, and that made all the difference. My dear friend, don't spend your entire life saving for a future version of yourself while starving the current one. The goal isn't to escape your life. The goal is to build a life that feels meaningful now and sustainable later. Retirement should not be the first chapter where you start living. It should simply be the next chapter of a life you've already been enjoying. The biggest retirement mistake isn't saving too little. It's believing retirement will solve problems that money was never designed to solve. Money can buy freedom, It can buy options. It can buy time. But purpose, connection, meaning, those must be built long before retirement arrives. So instead of asking, how much money do I need to retire? Try asking, what kind of life am I building that I may never want to retire from? Because the richest retirement isn't the one with the biggest portfolio. It's the one where freedom, purpose, and peace arrive together. That's the real goal. And that's the retirement mirage. If you want more high-signal lessons about building a life you don't want to escape from, subscribe to this channel. Your support helps us keep creating content that blends psychology, money, and meaning. I'm Tito Andrew. Master your behavior, and you'll master your time. Until the next module.